Alright, so we're here to do another JvJ. We just watched Expendables 3, so that's what we're going to be arguing about today. Anyway, if you don't know what it's about, basically Jeremy and I, are going to flip a coin, and basically one of us is going to attack the movie and say what sucked about it, and the other one is going to try to defend what was good about it, apparently. Alright, let's do this. Oh, failed. So I'm attacking.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, first off, there was absolutely no character development whatsoever. I kind of get that, you know, I mean, it wasn't, you know, there's a lot of characters and it's like not a long movie. 2 hours is pretty average, but I didn't feel anything for the characters. Like all the new ones, you know, even the one guy who was like, oh, like trouble with authority and trying to like, you know, get taken under like Stallone's wing. No, didn't feel anything.
I mean, I hate to use this, like, defense, because it's not really defense, but it's like, oh, it's an action movie, so there's no, you don't need character development, but it's like, almost every, you know, like, action movie, you kind of need some sort of character development. So
I guess so.
So that one I kind of have to give it to you, because there really is nothing there. It's like, the only other action movie I can think of where the hero makes no character change whatsoever is Die Hard. That was the only one. He starts out being a grim, you know, like, depressed.
Best movie ever.
Yeah, okay, Die Hard, yeah. The guy, he starts out being all like, you know, this wild cop. He ends up the same, you know, just shooting about bad guys.
No, character development. He becomes a more badass wild cop.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you know, I kind of have to give you that there where there isn't at all. But, you know, you're not there to watch characters. Like, who cares? Like,
I think the problem is they try to make you care because, like, they get captured and Stallone has to rescue them, right? So
it's like it does feel forced, but at the same time, it's like, who cares? You're not there to watch people. And
yeah, that's true.
They're all has-beens. Not that I'm attacking the movie. It's still good. The action scenes are great. Like, it's a lot of them. I think by far this one has the best action scene out of all three. I think.
Yeah, I'd say they did a pretty good job.
It's dynamic. That's the real thing. Is that the first two, there were some cool scenes, but a lot of them were really like standard. I don't know if you understand what I mean by standard, but it's like you need follow through in every action scene. You need follow through. You need, you know, like the start of the action. You need the middle of the action, and you need to follow through. A lot of them, they don't have that. They just do a lot of modern movies, they try to cut it out to make it either like more high speed, they think it's cooler, but it's like they just do like, oh, the guy shoots and then you just see the guy get shot, and it's like you don't see the whole picture. You don't know where the guy is being shot from, and you know where the guy is shooting from, so you have no like picture of the sense. Where it's like this movie did a really good job where you know exactly like where they are at, what they're shooting at, and the stakes. You know?
So basically they hired on Chris Costa to you know, teach magical dynamics to these guys, apparently. Yeah.
The guy with the shotgun. He definitely saw Art of the Tactical Shotgun. And then sliding.
I guess another thing I would say is, like, even though they did a good job on the action, there was a lot of inaccuracies on how people would actually handle firearms. Like, for instance, no trigger control whatsoever. Just finger in the trigger guard, muzzle, like no muzzle control. It's like, hey, I guess it's Expendables. I guess that's not a huge priority for them.
No, not at all.
Yeah. No wonder there's so many dog tags hanging in there.
Friendly fire.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, so shit.
Another dog tag.
But hey, you know what? Maybe they were taught by Russians. Russian trigger discipline. You don't need to keep the finger off the trigger. Just don't pull the trigger. But yeah, that is a little bit disconcerting to see Stallone just like muzzle sweep his entire team when he walks around.
Hey, relax. You might get a stroke.
That is one good thing about the movie. It is probably the funniest one too. Not only does it have the most action, it is also the funniest one. They did play the whole, you know, like their very old joke a lot, but it's not too bad.
That did get a little repetitive. Yeah. But, you know.
But I feel like there were enough gold in there that, you know, like, get to the chopper. you can't. Classics, yeah. It's a good movie. I recommend it.
I thought it was fun just for pure action. Like, you can't watch it for the plot line because Stallone writes the best plot lines out there. Obviously, at the end, it's like, story written by Sylvester Stallone. Alright, you know, it's like, dang it, can't take my old team, ditch them, and then get a new team, have to rescue them, and then in the end, the old team gets back together.
It is cool to see Harrison Ford, though.
Yeah, that was kind of cool.
He is old.
Yeah, getting back into the game, just like, I wasn't here.
And then Wesley Snipes. He was doing his Johnny Depp impression.
Yep. Yeah.
Trying to be all crazy, be like,
I was the knife before Christmas. There was some pretty decent puns in there. Yeah.
What do you think about Mel Gibson?
Nah, you know what? That I think was the worst part of the movie is that Mel Gibson did basically the exact same thing as he did in Machete Kills, if you've seen that one, where he just plays a goofy villain. So it's really hard for you to take him seriously. Like, you just can't respect him as a villain. Like, he just doesn't bring that commanding presence that you need, or that, like, sinisterness. Like, even after he captured the... he has to basically... he captured the new team, and Stallone has to rescue them. And Mel Gibson's just like, whoa, whoa, come get them. Like, and you're just like, what? That wasn't, like, scary or anything.
I mean, it's like, if you haven't seen Machete Kills, then the better analogy would be he's like playing a bad guy version of like what he was playing in Lethal Weapon. So it was just like a little goofy, he wasn't that scary. Like Van Damme commanded like presence. He was like sinister, and it was like man or sheep, you know. Like even as goofy as he was, he pulled it off. You know, like it was goofy, but you know, you like oh shit, he's like crazy, but. Mel Gibson was just like, I don't know, he was definitely the weakest part about it. Yeah. Like, he didn't do anything sinister. Van Damme killed. Yeah, that's the thing. Mel Gibson doesn't even kill any of the team. Van Damme kills the new team member like 20 minutes.
The best character of the film.
Yeah. Yeah. Like he kills it 20 minutes into the movie. Like, you know, like so it's like that's the thing. The Mel Gibson was definitely the weakest part of this movie. Not that I'm saying he didn't do a good job, it's just his character wasn't that good.
Yeah, and the CGI was pretty terrible. Okay, like, I mean, you can't even watch it for that. They spent too much money on like the actors trying to bring them back. Like, I mean, think about how much they had to pay for Jet Li for like 20 minutes of screen time.
I know.
Yeah.
And then you must have paid a lot. Arnold Schwarzenegger got a lot of screen time.
He did.
Yeah, but definitely, no, the CG, I can't even defend that. That's how bad it was. This is like Sharknado tier CG. Like, I'm not kidding. It's that bad.
It's like the first few, like, the effects were great, and a lot of it was because, like, they had awesome pyrotechnics, and a lot of it was, like, the real deal. But, I mean, this movie was just, like,
they cut a lot of corners.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the action scenes, they didn't cut any corners. So it was just the explosion and some in between shots. I mean, might as well throw this out. There's like, as a movie, cinematography, there's a lot of like scenes they didn't need or to take out. They had some really weird tempo going on. Like, it's overall, like, it's a fun movie. It's recommended, but it's just, there's a lot of bad things you can say about it.
The close-up fighting, I think, was the best.
Just they got way better. They got way better. Like, it was actually entertaining to watch. The first two movies, the fight scenes weren't entertaining to watch. They were kind of just like slugging each other. You have no idea what's going on. But now it's like, and Antonio Banderas, he is a great character. Oh my god.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
The worst character.
He was the best character. You know it.
Oh man.
He's my favorite by far.
You gotta watch it. He's the one guy in every group.
Yeah.
And you know that guy. And it's like every group of friends has that one guy that just doesn't stop talking and is super annoying and doesn't understand. He's the one everyone hates. But he also brings like a level of like comedic relief for the movie, which is awesome. He did a good job on that.
So closing statement? Any closing thoughts?
Nah, just watch it if you're just looking for an action film, and if you have seen it, maybe leave some comments below, maybe something we missed.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good action movie. Just go watch it. It's not too bad. I mean, you could do worse. You could do worse for an action movie. So.
Yeah.